Today we're gonna make carrot cake scones. It is a perfect scone texture with its tender and moist and is studded with carrots and walnuts and raisins. You get a little crunch from the walnut, a little sweetness from the raisin, and then it's all topped off with a generous coating of cream cheese glaze, as it should be. Perfection. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and click the bell icon to be notified every time I post a new and delicious recipe. Let's get into it. So, scones. You know by now exactly how I make scones. Very specific, very purposeful. But if you don't, then you should definitely catch up because these are awesome. We're gonna start with our AP flour, all up in there. And then baking powder. Yep. Cinnamon, because what is carrot cake without cinnamon? Truth test. Okay. Salt. Boop. We're gonna give that just a little mix about with your hand. Is this necessary? No. It's gonna mix for an eternity all on its own, but this makes me feel better about it. And that's all what it's about. So, next, butter. Cold, cubed-ish. Just cut it into chunks. Doesn't have to be perfect cubes. These are large and in charge. So just go ahead and get them in there. And then pop it in your stand mixer, turn it on low, and let it go. And that's it. Go ahead and get your sugar, granulated, light brown sugar. Basically everything goes in except your mix-ins, okay, and your wets. So you gotta let it cut in until there's no remaining butter. So while that happens, we are going to prepare the rest of our ingredients, which is really we're gonna mix our eggs and our heavy cream. If you're making a large batch, you can immersion blend your eggs and your heavy cream together. Highly suggest. And we're gonna add our heavy cream mixture, which we spent so long doing. And we're just gonna pour that in. Just as the mixer is running, just kind of get that heavy cream in there. You don't wanna overmix it, and doing this while it's going is gonna help you, avoid that sad, tough scone situation. Okay. Now you do want to make sure that you are mixing in everything completely. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape it down, kind of move things around here. And make sure that I get everything hydrated and cohesive. Carrot, this is, I shredded it by hand on the finest setting on the cheese grater situation thing, and then squeezed it. So you could buy store-bought, but you might have bigger chunks, you can't control your moisture that way. Raisins, also optional. And then we're just gonna plop it on the counter. We're gonna knead it, but don't get crazy with it. We're just lovingly, gently, just kind of just think of it as massaging, like a loving massage. So go ahead and get a little bench flour on the counter, not you. All right, so go ahead and get yourself rolling pin, little flour. Okay, so we want to be in a 1/2 inch realm. That's where we want to live because we want fat scones, but not mammoth scones. Go ahead and get yourself kind of situated here. I'm gonna use my bench scraper, and I think we're gonna do, that looks good. Oh, we should make cute little ones. That's what we should do. I knew there was an idea in there somewhere. I knew there was. Alrighty. You can chill and re-roll your scraps. We could probably do it right now, but I feel like we've worked it a bit, and I would like for them to have a siesta in the fridge before we do any sort of extra rolling. So we can definitely roll this out one more time, get some more scones, and now we wait. This is a tough part, but we gotta do it. So I'm gonna cover this plastic wrap and get this in the fridge. And I'm gonna clean up all of it. In we go. Let's say an hour. Generous, but I'm feeling generous. And we're back. Our scones have chilled, about an hour and a half, I'd say. They're nice, they're kind of firm to the touch. They've really we've let them relax. They're feeling chill, I can tell. super chill over here. And they're ready to be baked. So I've preheated the oven to 325 convection. If you don't have convection, just 325 is fine. Divide them between 2 trays so that they bake nice and even and happy. Happy scones, only in the building. Now, you could bake them like this. You could brush them with heavy cream and then turbinado sugar them, which I do all the time. Some say too much. Then, but we're gonna glaze them with a cream cheese glaze, obviously. And so we are just gonna brush them with heavy cream just to give them a nice, beautiful exterior so they bake and they're, you know, just brush them with heavy cream. You don't have to though, like, it's fine. But they're probably gonna bake like 8 to 10, so we'll keep checking. We'll start looking at 5. We're gonna look for them to be browned around the outside and kind of set and, you know, not firm to the touch because then they're gonna be dry, but just, you know, give a little resistance. So I'll show you. In they go. And they're out. They baked about 15 minutes, just until they kind of gave back a little bit when you touched it lightly. And now we are going to let them cool just a smidge, and we're going to make our glaze, and we're going to glaze them. I think I'm gonna do a nice light glaze, and then we'll be that much closer to eating them. Now this is just a simple cream cheese glaze. It's the same one that's on the cinnamon chip or cinnamon roll scones, but there's only 3 ingredients, super easy. All right, so in my bowl I've got confectioner sugar, and I've got some milk, and then cream cheese, which I have lightly tempered, kind of basically softened in the microwave. It's not hot or anything, it's just soft. And then we're gonna start with, we're not gonna use all of this milk. It really depends on how thick you want your glaze. If you want your glaze to be like luscious and, you know, spread on there like the other scones, then, you know, you're gonna use a little less milk and you're gonna make it a little thicker. These are the choices you get to make as the baker. And now we're gonna pour the glaze on. I've transferred to like an easier vessel to pour, but you know, you pour from whatever you want. There's something so satisfying about it, no? The only question that we have left is, how are we going to adorn them? Are we going to leave them nude? Nah, I don't think so. I am who I am. Are we going to put, what are we gonna put on top? I don't know. Maybe a little carrot? No, that's weird. I don't have any. You could candy some carrots. All right. Probably some walnuts. I think it's our safest bet. All right. Do some walnuts. If you put them on there too soon, they'll just drip off. If you don't put them on soon enough, they will not stick. So, you know, if you had some candied nuts, that could be fun. Just give them a little garnish, a little something extra, a little zhuzh on the top. Guess what? It's time to try. The only thing left is like which one to choose. This one. She's cute. She's a cutie right there. Cute patootie. Oh my gosh. It's a perfect scone texture. It's like tender and moist and like just the perfect amount of dense. With like that beautiful chew from the raisin, a little sweetness from the carrot and the raisin, cinnamon, a little crunch from the walnuts, that glaze, the tangy glaze on top. Yes, this is a scone. We did it!